What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul, who is now 6 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 4 wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 6'1" with a 76-inch arm reach. He loses an entertaining showdown with another novice, to say the least, and another, star based off of his power outside of the sport of boxing, and that's Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury is the younger brother of 3-time heavyweight undefeated world champion British superstar boxer Tyson and Gypsy King Fury. So Tommy Fury is now 9 wins, no loss, no draw, 4 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. This was an entertaining fight. It was an 8-round fight. Tommy Fury got dropped in the 8th round, and he won a split decision. But it was entertaining. It was going back and forth. They both was landing clean punches. Both of their jab was pretty accurate tonight. And it was an entertaining fight. The first time either guy faced a guy at the level of the opposition that they faced in each other. And a lot was made of Jake Paul facing a guy like Tommy Fury more so than Tommy Fury facing a guy like Jake Paul, because Tommy Fury comes from a boxing background, okay? Jake Paul does not. Jake Paul's success came from YouTube. His brother Logan also did YouTube, is now a professional wrestler for the WWE. And so with that said, many people, Jake Paul in his career, he fought YouTubers, okay, like Ali Gibb. Then he faced off against Nate Robinson, NBA superstar. Then he faced Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley, 2 UFC legends. Then he faced the legend, the granddaddy of them all legend, and Anderson the Spider Silva, who was also a UFC MMA legend, right? But none of these guys are professional boxers. And Tommy Fury represented the first challenge for Jake Paul. And it was an entertaining fight. Now, there was many people that said Jake Paul, got exposed in the fight. I didn't see that. I thought that Jake Paul lost the fight, but it was an entertaining fight going back and forth. I thought he made mistakes, as you would expect for a guy with 6 fights. Tommy Fury made mistakes, as you would expect for a guy with only 8 fights in his career, right? But it was entertaining to say. It lived up to the billing, okay? It didn't look like an amateur showdown. It didn't look like an exhibition. It looked like a professional boxing match with 2 guys that are not very experienced but have skills, right? I picked Jake Paul to win by 7th round stoppage victory. Obviously, that didn't happen, but he did drop Tommy Fury with a jab in the 8th round. Entertaining fight, right? Who knows what would have become if it was a 10-round fight or so. But nonetheless, I see people starting to say that it was a robbery, that Jake Paul was robbed. Now, the referee, I don't know what the referee was thinking and what he was doing. He took a point from Jake Paul in the fight for excessive hitting behind the head when Tommy Fury was doing it just as much as Jake Paul was, if not more. And then he took a point from Tommy Fury for excessive holding in the fight, right? And, they both was holding, right? If anything, I thought Tommy Fury was hitting Jake behind the head more than Jake was hitting him. And I thought Jake was holding Tommy Fury and tying up more than Tommy Fury was tying him up. And the referee took a point for the polar opposite, right? But people started to say, I'm seeing tons and tons of people saying it was a robbery, it was a setup. People wanted to see Jake Paul lose. No, I think Jake Paul lost the fight, right? Entertaining fight, seesaw battle fight, going back and forth. But too many times Tommy Fury was landing the cleaner punches, the more accurate punches. He was more comfortable in the ring. Jake Paul was real jittery at times, especially to start each round, bouncing on his toes. I don't know if he was trying to confuse Tommy Fury, but he just didn't seem settled, right? Tommy Fury was more settled than Jake Paul was in this fight. And I thought that Tommy Fury landed the cleaner right hands, right? Every now and then, Jake Paul was landing a right hook. He was landing his jab consistently, but he should have went to the body more often than what he did. But I thought Tommy Fury clearly won the fight. I know there's a lot of people that feel like Jake Paul won the fight. I didn't see that. The knockdown and the point taken, that's 3 points for Jake Paul, right? Essentially, that's 3 rounds in an 8-round fight, which means he only had to win 2 more rounds for the fight to be a draw. But the referee took a point from him, so on and so forth. It was an entertaining fight. They have a rematch clause, and I'm almost certain they're going to do it again. And I like what I saw for both guys. It was entertaining. There was many people complaining about it, and that's because of the names attached to the fight. If you remove Jake Paul's name and you remove Tommy Fury's name and you add in 2 young guys that are up and coming, let's say you put in, Floyd Schofield and Keyshawn Davis, right? Who are young guys in the sport of boxing who haven't had many big fights, if any, and just coming up, but they have an amateur pedigree, and you know them for the sport of boxing. Nobody would have complained about this performance and this effort on the part of either one of these guys. Nobody would have complained. But because you have Jake Paul's name and Tommy Fury's name, and they looked at and viewed as gimmicks, then people complained about the fight, period. It was an entertaining fight. It was, a skill fight. It was a going back and forth. Both guys landed punches. Both guys landed their jab. Do they both have a lot to learn? Absolutely. Was it a bit sloppy at times? Absolutely. But that happens even with the highest levels in the sport of boxing. It just is what it is, right? And so you have a chosen few. The sport of boxing is a top-heavy sport. You have a chosen few guys in the sport of boxing that are just clean all the way around. What I mean is just well-rounded. And there's not many fighters like that. All fighters have flaws. All fighters' backgrounds to getting where they got is different than others. And yes, Jake Paul has made a name for himself outside the sport of boxing. But nonetheless, he's a professional boxer. He takes it serious. He trains serious. He dares to get in that ring in front of thousands or hundreds of thousands and maybe even millions of people that watch him. And he very well can embarrass himself, and he don't do it. And neither does Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury is known for the Dayton show, reality show he was on, being the younger brother of Tyson Fury and Huey Fury, the cousin of Huey Fury, and so on and so forth, that he just gets overlooked, right? And many people view him as a pretty boy that's on a Dayton, reality show that don't take the sport serious and so on and so forth. But they showed tonight that they displayed, their dedication to the sport of boxing. Now, do they deserve to be in the ring with a Canelo Alvarez? No. A Demetrius Andrade or, a Jamel Charlo, that level of a fighters? No, they're not there yet. They're novice. Combined, they have 14 fights combined, right? Jake Paul has 7 and Tommy Fury has 9. So they have 16 fights combined, okay, with 8 knockouts. They're novice within the sport of boxing, and that's how they should be looked upon. But was it a robbery? No, it wasn't a robbery. It was the right man won the fight tonight. I was wrong with my prediction, and the right man got the nod, and let's see how it plays out in the rematch. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Wow.